My dear, if you are reading this right now, then please take a moment and listen to my heart. There is something I have carried inside me for a very long time, something I have wanted to tell you but never found the perfect words for. Today, I don't want to hide behind silence anymore. I don't want fear to keep me from speaking my truth. I don't want another day to pass without letting you know what has been living deep inside my soul. My dear, I am sorry. I am truly sorry that I kept something really important from you. It was never because I wanted to deceive you. It was never because I doubted your heart or your ability to understand me. The truth is much simpler and much more complicated at the same time. I was afraid. Afraid of what would happen if I revealed everything. Afraid of how you might react. Afraid that the beautiful connection we share could somehow change forever. Every day I told myself that tomorrow would be the day. Tomorrow I would finally say it. Tomorrow I would finally stop hiding. Tomorrow I would finally let my heart speak without fear. But tomorrow kept turning into another tomorrow, and before I knew it, days became weeks, weeks became months, and my secret remained locked inside me. The strange thing about secrets is that they become heavier the longer you carry them. At first, they seem small. They seem manageable. You convince yourself that keeping quiet is the easier choice. But eventually, the weight grows. It follows you everywhere. It sits beside you during quiet moments. It whispers to you in the middle of the night. It reminds you that there is something important left unsaid, and that is exactly what happened to me. There have been countless moments when I wanted to tell you everything. Moments when I looked at your messages and smiled for no reason. Moments when I replayed our conversations in my mind long after they ended. Moments when your name appeared on my screen and somehow made my entire day brighter. Those moments always reminded me of the truth I was trying to hide. The truth is that you became important to me long before I realized it. At first, I thought you were simply someone special. Someone kind. Someone interesting. Someone whose presence made life feel a little warmer. But as time passed, I began to understand that what I felt wasn't ordinary. You became the person I wanted to talk to when something wonderful happened. You became the person I thought about when things became difficult. You became the person whose happiness mattered to me in ways I couldn't explain. And that realization frightened me. Not because it was a bad thing. Not because it was wrong. But because it was real. Real feelings have a way of changing everything. They force us to be vulnerable. They force us to take risks. They force us to step beyond the safety of silence and into the uncertainty of honesty. For a long time, I wasn't brave enough to do that, so I stayed quiet. I smiled, I laughed, I carried on as if everything was normal, but inside my heart, 1,000 unspoken words waited for their chance to be heard. Sometimes I wondered if you already knew. Sometimes I thought maybe you could see through my carefully chosen words and polite conversations. Sometimes I imagined that you had noticed the way I looked forward to hearing from you. Maybe you noticed, maybe you didn't. But regardless of whether you knew or not, the truth remained the same. My heart was changing, and every day, it moved a little closer to you. I tried to ignore it. I tried to convince myself that it would pass. I told myself that feelings come and go. I told myself that attachment fades. I told myself that I was imagining things. But no matter what I said, my heart refused to listen, because every conversation with you felt meaningful, every memory involving you felt precious, every thought of you felt comforting, and eventually, I reached a point where denying it became impossible. The secret I kept wasn't just a feeling. It was the depth of that feeling, it was how much space you occupied inside my heart, it was how often I thought about you, it was how much I cared, it was how much your happiness mattered to me, it was how much your smile meant to me, and most of all, it was how deeply I had fallen for you without even realizing it. I know these words may come as a surprise. Perhaps you never expected to hear them. Perhaps part of you already sensed them. Either way, I felt you deserved honesty. You deserved the truth. You deserved to know what has been hidden behind my silence. Because genuine feelings should never remain buried forever. My dear, every day I kept this from you. I felt a little guilty, not because loving someone is wrong, but because honesty matters, and when someone becomes as important as you have become to me, honesty becomes even more important. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know how you will feel after reading this. I don't know whether these words will change anything between us. What I do know is that I couldn't continue pretending. I couldn't continue carrying this secret alone. I couldn't continue acting as though my heart wasn't quietly calling your name. You have brought so much light into my life without even trying. Your kindness has comforted me. Your presence has inspired me. Your words have stayed with me longer than you probably realize. There were days when a simple conversation with you completely changed my mood. There were moments when your encouragement gave me strength. There were times when your existence alone reminded me that beautiful people still exist in this world. And perhaps that is when I truly understood, love doesn't always arrive dramatically. Sometimes it appears quietly. It grows slowly, it enters your life without making a sound, and one day, you wake up and realize that someone has become part of your heart. That realization happened to me, and the person who became part of my heart was you. That is the truth I kept hidden. That is the truth I was afraid to share. That is the truth I can no longer keep to myself. No matter what happens after today, I want you to know that meeting you has been one of the most meaningful experiences of my life. You have shown me emotions I didn't know I was capable of feeling. You have reminded me that genuine connections still exist. You have taught me that sometimes the most beautiful people are the ones who enter our lives unexpectedly and leave a permanent mark on our hearts. I don't expect anything from you. I don't demand anything from you. I don't want you to feel pressured in any way. The purpose of this message is simply honesty, pure honesty, the honesty I should have given you a long time ago. My dear, I am sorry I kept something really important from you, but today, my heart finally found the courage to speak, and what it wanted to say was simple. You became special to me. You became important to me, you became unforgettable to me, and Somewhere along the way, without planning it, without expecting it, without even realizing it at first, I fell in love with you.